If you're watching oil prices rising because of the war in Iran and you're seeing recession fears all over the news, and yet the stock markets keep reaching record-breaking highs, and if you're watching that and thinking, hold on, how does any of that make any sense? Then stay with me. By the end of this video, you're going to completely understand why the markets are rising despite the oil fears, and you'll know exactly what professional investors are actually watching more than the oil price. And once this is revealed, you're going to know precisely what data needs to change before you ever need to worry about the value of your investments. You see, most investors think the stock markets move on news. They don't. They move on earnings expectations. Stocks rise when investors expect corporate earnings to rise, and stocks fall when investors expect corporate earnings to decline. Everything else is noise. And right now, the macro data hasn't broken down. Business surveys are still expanding. Consumer surveys are signaling that spending remains strong. The bond market isn't sending warning signals that a recession is imminent. And more important than anything, the AI earnings wave is driving some of the strongest momentum trades in decades. So until the macro data signals any change in the earnings expectations, the markets will keep looking forwards towards the earnings expectations and not looking backwards towards the oil price. So this is the mistake that most investors make. They see a scary headline about oil prices rising, recession fears building, and a market crash that's coming. They instantly feel the fear. They sell their stocks, or they just stay out the markets. And this is just as the macro investors are looking past the headlines and paying more attention to what's really important. So they're watching business surveys, consumer surveys, the bond markets, and other key macro data releases. So when they turn, that's when you move, not before. That's the macro framework that you're missing. Now, I've put together a full free training on how you can use macro mechanic frameworks so you can invest with confidence. Simply comment the word macro below and I'll send you the link.